Welcome back. You're watching the news on Headlines now. Well, heart diseases are more than common amongst Indians. Our food preferences, a sedentary lifestyle and a lack of preventive medical examinations could take their blame for that. And we bring you this report to mark World Heart Day to highlight how bad the situation is in our country and what needs to be done.
Heart disease is widespread in India, and Indians, it is believed, do not take preventive steps and take heart problems seriously only after actually suffering a heart failure. This 73-year-old man was healthy until recently was diagnosed with blocked coronary arteries, but regular checks had helped him stay healthy all along. But there are very few like him.
30 years ago, when we were in the medical school, coronary artery disease was considered a disease of rich nations. And I don't recall having more than 1 or 2 heart attacks in a week or sometimes 2 weeks in an emergency. And now, obviously, over the last 2 decades, the number seems to have gone up enormously.
Topping the list of heart ailments in India is coronary heart disease. Experts forecast that deaths from cardiovascular diseases will touch the 3.75 million mark this year. They also warn of these 2 million deaths will be from heart attacks or coronary artery diseases. Doctors strongly recommend a change in lifestyle for both the young and the elderly.
Coronary artery disease is not something you get overnight. It's a lifetime's accumulation of fat in your arteries. So it starts as young as the age of 10 or 12 or 15. In big cities, children hardly get a chance to play. There are no playgrounds. Most of the playing is virtual in the computer screen. Childhood obesity is enormously a problem.
Doctors advise regular checkup for people as young as 30. But the silver lining is that with medical and surgical advancements, heart patients can now lead a normal life. In Chennai, with Zoya Thomas, Pratiksha for NDTV Hindu.
Well, it is an alarming fact that India carries the burden of topping the list of heart ailments, and the golden rule is listen to your doctor. And we have Dr. Jacob James Raj, Senior Consultant Cardiac Surgeon from the Madras Medical Mission, who joins us today. Welcome to our studio, sir. Well, as we all know, it's no longer just a rich man's ailment. It is common in every working professional, and that is what is this year's theme as well, workplace wellness. And that, in fact, I believe is reiterating last year's theme where it said work with a heart. So the stress really seems on working professionals, on the working community. So what would you say for these working community to have a healthy heart, to practice that at work?
Well, everybody works, so everybody needs to look after the heart. And it's really a very simple thing. We need simple discipline in life. And that's all matters when it comes to heart health. So I've just summarized into 5 small points for you. Diet. You should know what you should eat, and more importantly, what you should not eat, and how much of each. And at workplace, you should be able to have a healthy diet. So it's both employee and employer's responsibility to have a healthy diet. So that's for D. Then risk factor management. So whoever has known risk factors like blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol levels needs to manage that in a very disciplined way. Stress. Stress really takes the stress out of you, isn't it? So you need to be well disciplined about things in everyday life. Then your stress levels will come down. And of course, the one big no is smoking and exercise. Small exercises, where you are, where you sit, where you can walk.
Stretching techniques,
yes.
And walks.
Simple stretch, sit up, stand up, walk up the stairs. I'm sure all of us can do it, couldn't we?
Yes, right, while working at it. Now, there is also a recent statistics that reveals that most cardiovascular disease, the people below 40 are the victims of it. So would you say it right from a very young age, you will have to start those 5 pointers that you gave us, keep a check on what you eat and how you exercise, right? So how are annual checkups a must for young children as well?
Well, see, these things are a matter of discipline which needs to start right from very early in life, so that people will follow it into the midlife and late life. Annual checkups should probably make sense when you cross your 30 or 35. It's a well-known fact that we Indians are getting this disease much earlier on in life than the West, so we need to be a lot more alert.
Right. So who are more prone to this disease? Is it men or women?
Men. Women have protection till they menstruate, and after that they
so
probably.
it's a natural protection.
Yeah.
Right. What we do bear this disease, and more than 46 million of them actually suffer from heart disease. So there is a way to protect yourself and prevent this from happening. So what would you say for people who are already victims of cardiovascular diseases and various other ailments?
Manage your risk factors well, which is why you guys have got this disease in the first place. And your medications. Be very, very strict with your medications and have regular visits to the doctor so that he can pick up things early and modify your medicines and help you guys with it.
Right. Thanks very much, Dr. Jacob James Raj, for joining us and helping us understand these risk factors involved. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Well, remember to work with the heart, and those small little lifestyle changes can bring you closer to a healthy heart. And while still ahead on the bulletin, what do you do when you're unable to get a ticket for Superstars Endiran? Well, NDTV Hindu plays Master Magician for you to win that magic ticket.